Welcome to this official presentation on Affiliate Marketing Model 3.0. All presenters are providing their services on a volunteer basis and are active participants in all products they are presenting. Their views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of the organisation. While we aim for accuracy, errors may occur. All content is for informational purposes only. The information provided is general and not personalised advice. We are not liable for any losses. We provide information and systems, but we do not endorse any purchases of memberships. Your decisions are yours alone, so we advise conducting thorough research. If uncertain, seek guidance from a qualified professional. Attendees accept these terms by continuing to view this presentation. Let's explore affiliate marketing cautiously and curiously. Legal disclaimer. You are viewing an Affiliate Marketing 3.0 official presentation. All products and services, their component parts and operating methods and systems, either provided by or created by Affiliate Marketing 3.0, belong solely to Affiliate Marketing 3.0. All IPs are protected. Anyone copying, distributing, or reselling any Affiliate Marketing 3.0 product without express permission risks serious legal consequences. Any unauthorized broadcasting, live streaming, or social media sharing of Affiliate Marketing 3.0 presentations is strictly prohibited. Downloading and re-uploading presentations without permission violates copyright law and may also lead to legal consequences.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to 3FO event today. Today, Chavez will be joining us. So in anticipation of that, I want to tell you that up front so that you can contact all the other people on your team, the people who have questions, let them come in now because Chavez will be providing us some training and some information as usual. His training is so full of information. So please let folks know right now and invite your entire team. And anyone else that you need to go ahead and invite, especially new folks, okay? My name is Grace, and it gives me such great pleasure to be your host today. We have while we're waiting for Chavez, we're going to go ahead and get some information from Sheba Joe, who is here today, as well as Eunice is here today. Let us get Eunice with us today. And so now what's really important is if you will go ahead and get your notebooks ready and your pens ready. So Sheba Joe, you have some information to share with us. Please proceed.
Good evening, great evening, everybody. Just quickly share screen. So Sue has put this slide together to help. So over the last couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, we've had several messages from people who are sending USDT instead of USDC, or they're sending into Rift on the wrong network, or they've sent into 3FO on the wrong network. And obviously this leads to the loss of funds. And we really want to try and help people prevent making that mistake. Obviously, for the last few years, since I've been making YouTube videos, that's all been around trying to help prevent people making losses. We've done lots of trainings about it, but obviously in the moment, the mistakes happen. And what we want to try and do is encourage everybody to minimize their mistakes. Of course, we've heard Carl talking about pants several times over the last few weeks as well. But again, the message isn't carrying to everybody. Fortunately, it's not lots of people. It is only a few. So we asked Sue to put together something that could help that could be sent around. Okay, so we have got this. I've put this in the leaders group. And for everybody that's here, I would recommend that you reach out to your upline ranked leader and ask them to give you this sheet, because this will help you. You can keep it on your phone. And when you're going to do a transfer to 3FO, or if you're going to do a transfer to Rift, you can just bring this up and you can just refresh your memory, or you can just review it to help make sure that you don't make a mistake. Remember, on 3FO, you're using the base network. You're sending USDC for the base network. Now, obviously, this is with regards to Rift. If you're buying an ignition pack in 3FO, then or upgrading to the next panel, obviously you are sending in Ethereum on the base network. But here we're using USDC. So remember, for anything related to Rift on 3FO, you're using USDC on the base network. Now, these are the more common wallets that people can use: Coinbase, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Phantom, Exodus. And if you're in the UK, you should be able to use Nexo as well. Maybe even crypto.com. I'm sure crypto.com do base network as well. And always double check before you click that final confirmation. Read the review before you confirm. It will always offer you a review of the information: what coin you're sending, or what token you're sending, what network you're sending it on, how much you're sending. So make sure you're reviewing that receipt first. And of course, remember that there is a minimum amount if you're sending into 3FO. I think it's $10. If you send anything less than that, then that will not show. You need to make sure you're sending more than that. So on your exchange wallet, check your base network and double check the deposit address. On Rift, we are working with Arbitrum. That's not our choice. That's how Rift is set up. That's how the hyperliquid blockchain is set up. They are, for the want of a better expression, partnered with Arbitrum network, or using Arbitrum network. So you're using USDC on the Arbitrum network. So Rift equals Arbitrum. And then, of course, the same networks and the same exchange, Arbitrum, and your deposit address. So ask your upline ranked leader for this sheet, and this will help you prevent making any losses. I see Chavez is here, so let's hand back over. So Grace, you can welcome in Chavez and I'll co-host him. You're muted.
Thank you so much. Go ahead and co-host Chavez and co-host Eunice. Appreciate
I
it.
didn't see Eunice. Chavez, you're co-hosted.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's such a privilege to be able to introduce Chavez at any time of that he is available to be with us. And he has committed Monday, Wednesday, Fridays to be with us. But what is so special about it, it's a personal privilege I take, is because he is the CEO of this, he makes such a great effort to bring products forward with this community in mind. And he has been recognized internationally for his innovations, for his great accomplishments. And we are very lucky that he has taken this community as his own to be able to bring us and share with us some of the wonderful innovations that he has made. Chavez, thank you so much. And one of the other things is that I recognize and we need to appreciate is his responsiveness to any issues that crop up, your availability and your recognition of any kind of issues. But what I do love is your training. And I love Rift Before You Quit. I wish I thought of that one. Rift Before You Quit. So let us hear from you, Chavez. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Grace. Always a pleasure to see you, and your presence is really, really heartwarming for our whole community, Grace.
Thank you.
And it it feels really, really special to be welcomed by you on every single call. So once again, welcome you all to UK Prime Time. Hope everybody's doing good. What an interesting time. And today we are moving into episode 5 of Rift Before You Quit. And
Recording in
one,
progress.
just one moment. I'm sorry. All right. So are we all ready to start? Okay, let's begin. Today we are going to jump, as I promised, we are going to analyze, understand, and learn how automated systems generate consistent returns in unpredictable markets. This is a billion-dollar question if you would ask developers of exchanges, automated trading engines, HFTs, various trading houses. This question has been unanswered from ages when it comes to automation in trading segment. And today we are going to break down this whole conception, or you would say misconception of people, of traders, of believers, of non-believable believers. So we are going to challenge the biggest belief in trading, that profit they come from predicting the market. And the reason why most traders fail is because they are trying to predict something that is not predictable. In a nutshell, markets are not predictable. Markets are generically probabilistic, I would say, not predictable. You can guess and um count on market with a calculated probability, but you cannot predict the market. So, the biggest myth in trading is prediction uh, is not equal to profitability. This is what we are going to establish today. So, even professional traders are wrong 40 to 60% of the time, and yet they are profitable. Why? Because profitability is not about being right, it's about position sizing, risk control, execution, consistency. And if we compare the win rate versus profitability, we can see drastically every retail trader how they go into the burning out or total blowing state, while structured system continues to compound even with less win rate, and profitability increases because of consistency. Um, and if we compare this chart of a retail trader at high profits, at high win rate, but low profit, we can easily see, and you can compare your portfolios and ask yourself, and you will agree to me as well, because every retail trader focus on winning the trades and focuses on high win rate chasing. Small profits, big losses. Profitability declines as win rate increases. And the result, the overall result is unprofitable portfolio, and that's where the accounts they get blown, and retail traders they exit the whole trading life cycle, or you can say the whole hobby of trading that they build over time or after seeing enticing results from an exchange or social media. while systems which have lower win rate, they continue to stay consistent and continue to compound. They focus on risk adjusted returns, consistent reward to risk, and they let their profits run and cut losses short. So profitability increases as win rate improves, and the overall result is always in profit. And today we will also understand the comparative analysis. Let's take an example. A trader with 80% win rate but poor risk control can still lose money, but a system with 50 to 60% win rate but strict discipline can scale profit consistently, and that's the shift. So, and then we come to the hero, auto trading engine, how auto trading engine thinks. So let's stop thinking like traders and let's think like a system. If we think like a system does not ask, will this trade win? It asks, does trade fit the model or not? And especially Rift auto trading engine works on four core principles: probability over prediction, repetition over perfection, and capital preservation before growth. As I have been describing and explaining in previous four episodes, how big systems, HFTs, funds, hedge funds, they work on not just on profitability but on capital preservation as a, core objective, and then compounding over long time gains. And this let's take another example. If a system executes 100 trades and system wins 55 times and loses 45 times, if the win percentage is 2% and loss is -1%, net result is profitable system. And this is the whole line which separates the retail traders or humans with machines. So humans don't follow this consistently, but systems do. And that's why you see trades after trades in auto trading engine. You see transactions after transactions consistently. And on that consistency, auto trading engine makes you profits only overall. It always keeps you in green. No matter what happens, no matter what prevailing conditions of the market are. Now let's connect with our actual product, trade cycle engine. So alpha flow performs in cycles, smart flow performs in cycles, uh, micro flow perform in cycles, and then you have daily yield. So Rift is not trade based; it is cycle based, and we will in detail understand the cycle based system today. So most traders think in trades, but Rift operates in cycles. A cycle includes multiple entries, multiple exits, continuous rebalancing, and risk adjustments. So you are not betting on one trade. Somebody I remember asked a question that alpha flow is a high risk strategy, and that is the reason why previously we did a special riff before you quit episode on all the three strategies, how they are formulated, how these flows are designed, and what are the principles behind these flows. And I think you all understand now why we have three different flows and why everything is divided into three different flows, and what is the purpose of building and operating the auto trading engine with three flows with a whole system that remains consistent. So basically, you are not betting on one trade. Even if it is alpha flow, which is a high risk strategy, yes, but it does not bet on your whole uh, capital at once in one trade. So you are participating in a systematic cycle of execution when you participate in any of the three strategies or any of the three flows, or you participate in one of the flows. This is a nomenclature or core difference between trade versus cycle, a system in which consistency is the key. Let's understand the approach of manual trading. The approach of manual trading is single trades, random outcomes, emotional decisions. Approach: no clear plan, emotional decisions, inconsistent execution, and random entries and exits. then chasing the market, chasing the profits, not focusing on preservation of the capital. Then there are few wins, of course, and big losses and inconsistent returns. So whenever there is inconsistency in profits, the whole portfolio or whole capital becomes the trades become unpredictable. Then traders, they often feel negative, they come in fear, then FOMO, then they start revenge trading, then they overthink, and then they get their account blown out. So the overall result is unpredictable results, stress and account erosion over time. Week by week, these traders, they continue to lose money, and this might happen or might have already happened to many of you who are listening to me right now, and many of you who will listen to me on YouTube recording. If you will relate it with your life, with your trading life cycle, you will see. But a system which works with cycle, executes multiple trades, have structured execution, and has consistent growth. The approach is clear strategy, rule based execution, risk management, multiple high quality trades, and the system lets strategies work. So there is market analysis, there is setup identification, there is structured execution, risk management, and cycle repetition over and over. There are losses as well in the cycle, but these losses, they feel like they are negligible because the overall performance is so defined, structured, that losses, they are negligible, and the result is consistent, predictable, and compounding growth. And we will today we will deeply look into compounding, how beautifully compounding can give you some enhanced output, and the reason why we introduced the reinvest button. And today we will talk about the utility of reinvest option in auto trading engine. So the emotional stability of system cycle based user is confident user, focused user, patient user, disciplined, consistent, and satisfied user. And the result is consistent growth, controlled risk, and long term wealth creation. So, and this is why you see multiple assets traded at once on auto trading engine. Then there are continuous buy sell logs. Rift auto trading engine never sleeps, never stops, and it never stops paying you in cycles as well. And this is the core reason why. And then there is daily yield accumulation on which you can reinvest. It's a loop, it's not a one time action. Then comes the compounding action. Now we go deep. Compounding is the most misunderstood force in trading. So let's break it down. Let's understand the compounding growth over time. If we look at day by day compounding of 180 days of a capital of $5,000, with compounding of profits and without compounding of profits, you will see that $5,000 in 180 days becomes $7,500. This is not a typical example of any percentage, but this is a um, profit adjusted example of a person trading, generating profits consistently over time. So this is an example, but the same user, if compounds for 180 days, the same capital becomes $32,530, which sits at 7,500 only without compounding, which gives you difference of $25,000, which is 4.34 times more than what you have initially or eventually made without compounding. So this is the power of compounding, and it's a linear growth curve of no investment, which is in the yellow, and green is the reinvestment enabled curve, in which you reinvest with every $10 that you generate from auto trading engine. Yes, we have a limit, and the limit is also logical, But with that logic, if you perform for next 180, 360 days, 365 days of cycle, you will see a massive compounding of your capital year on year. And this is the whole purpose why we have created reinvest button, reinvest feature in Rift. You all are free to take a screenshot of this for marketing purposes, for your own understanding as well. So from your engine, if you see daily yields of $3 to $4, it seems small, but with reinvestment, it multiplies and it becomes exponential. That's why Rift has reinvest is not just a feature; it's a growth mechanism. So I explained how it is a growth compounding growth mechanism, and how you can amplify your growth with reinvest feature in Rift Auto Trading Engine. And then risk management. So no system wins all the time, and the system claiming that is flawed. So what Rift does instead? Rift spreads risk across flows and allocates uses allocation models, and it limits exposure per cycle. It maintains liquidity buffer, which is you're not using the whole ticket, or not exploiting the whole capital which is invested, which is deployed in particular engine. That means fragmentation. That's what we talked about in the last. This is irrelevant. Okay. So now we will understand. This is very interesting topic, and a very interesting subject to understand. Why most people still fail even with systems. Um, so here is the reason why even with systems people still fail. Why? Because they interfere. Key mistakes: stopping cycles early, then beginning resuming it, and then it takes another 24 hours, then withdrawing during drawdown. I mean, there is no such case in Rift, but not reinvesting regularly. When the moment it reaches the cap of $10, you don't reinvest, you forget, you ignore it. And the other person who is being very consistent with the system takes out huge amount of compounding results because they are consistent with the system. And then expecting instant results is also a reason of failure with systems. So a system only works if you allow it to work. So let's close this properly. Markets are unpredictable, but outcomes don't have to be. When you move from prediction to probability trading to systems, manual trading to systems, effort to structures, everything changes. So Rift Auto Trading Engine is not about replacing you, but it's about upgrading how capital behaves. So the question is not will the market move, the question is will your capital be positioned correctly when it does. Um, there is something we haven't fully uncovered yet. Today we talked about structure, cycles, compounding, execution. But there is one layer that sits even deeper than all of this. That is the layer which decides when trades happen, why certain assets are selected, and how system reacts to market condition in real time. In the next episode, we go deeper into how market liquidity really works, what institutional order flow looks like, why price moves before news reaches retail, and how system position before market reacts. So we are going to break down microstructure, liquidity zones, execution timing at the system level. And this is where trading stops being visible and starts becoming structural. And if you thought today was advanced, the next session will completely change how you see the market, because once you understand how liquidity moves, you will stop chasing price and start positioning before it moves. So that is it for tonight. Uh, Folks. And now we will see each other on Wednesday. Before we do that, I have little announcement to make. So there is this summit Unchained Summit in Vietnam. That is in Da Nang, 28th and 29th of May, where I have been invited as a speaker to talk about self-custody, lawmaking in Vietnam, because crypto is very new in Vietnam. It is many people are attending, people from government, people from, and I will be meeting various government officials of Vietnam as well. People from big organizations are coming. So I'm also joining them to in a panel as well as in the keynote as a speaker. So it would be nice to help and cooperate directly with the regulators, and would love to work and support Vietnam's digital economy, upcoming digital framework. And yes, it is Da Nang is a very um, you can say it's a incubation center for Vietnam in crypto. I think we all have been to Da Nang for the event, and that's where no, we went to Nha Trang.
Not
We did not go to Da Nang. Da Nang is a different place where you have crypto shops. People buy and sell crypto in shops in Da Nang. So Da Nang is a place where Vietnam has opened its door for crypto and for digital assets. So I will be addressing the crowd and government on self-custody, on tools, how self-custody can change the finance, everything. And then we will have a panel also, a discussion on which on various subjects of lawmaking, how crypto should be regulated and how it should come into day-to-day use and the real use case of blockchain technology. And then I have scheduled a few meetings with government officials to understand deeply how we can collaborate and how we can proactively work hand in hands with the government and understand the laws, and also would want to contribute to their newly established incubation center for crypto. So we will be doing that officially now, and it would be again, it is a big pleasure, and of course, everything is possible because of you guys and because of the recognition that you guys have given, uh, because of the response that we have received on the products, because of the whole ecosystem that is running in a very harmonious way. And definitely, I'm going to talk about BTCC with them as well, so that we can do some collaborations on BTCC as a blockchain as a service, BaaS, with them. So that is my core agenda. And there is one more product that is upcoming. So if you all have seen the website, I was not planning to reveal it, but since you all can see on the website, there is one more product called Only Pay. It is also coming. So it is going to be with you guys. This product is a regional product for Vietnam. This will only work in Vietnam and selected countries such as Brazil, Vietnam, I think Argentina as well. It may work later in India and Thailand as well, but initially it will start with Brazil, Argentina, and Vietnam. So, yeah. So
awesome.
next launch after Rift is only.
Awesome. Chavez, it is no surprise,
Mhm.
but and it's so welcome of the news that your expertise is being internationally recognized. Because I took a look at some of those players there, some of the presenters and the panels, and the company that you're keeping is the who's who in the crypto world and in the business sector. So, congratulations on the recognition of your expertise and leadership in this sector and changing. you're changing how money is used. That is phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. Proud to be part of your community.
Thank you so much, Grace. I'm really proud to lead this community, really. I mean, every new step, with every new launch, I am getting to contribute to a larger, I would say, and it really feels great to be in this position to have the opportunity to contribute to the large.
Excellent. Now, can we take a question or two in a general sense?
Sure, sure.
Alrighty. So, any of the leaders or the panelists wish to go ahead and have any questions, that would be great. Or comments, please go ahead. And I'd like to say hello to Dennis. How are you, Dennis? Residual income millionaire, of course, as well. But please, Chantel, proceed.
Hi,
Wow,
Chantal.
Chavez, that was a great training again. And I think the accolades of you going to Vietnam and continuing the journey that you have started to really make a change for the larger part of the community, not always for the few of community is awesome. I have a question specifically as a result of the training of tonight. Of course, Rift has been a continuation of development in trading and opportunities. If you would apply everything you shared tonight towards the experience that we'd had in Pi, what do you say is the fundamental difference
Mhm.
um,
Okay.
on that level of risk, on that level of strategy? What did you learn? What did you do different? Or
Uh-huh. I mean, good, really good question, Chantal. You're right there. The next app update is all about that. So the next future option that is coming next to the futures is something similar. You strike at the right place. So wait for the next feature of Rift, and we have done what people always thought can be done in centralized ecosystems in a decentralized way, and we have made it possible already. It's up and running, so can't wait to unveil that uh, part of feature as well in Rift.
thanks. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you, Chantel. That always nice to go ahead and try to get a little tea spilled. And
You guys have
Chavez
become,
has caught
you
on
guys,
to
But
us.
he's become very good at defending the space and not saying anything. But at least I
you
know there's something that is developing. So
But
I'm okay,
you guys are
Shabazz.
really good at this now. I mean, we all have been brainstorming together, and in all these years, I'm really proud that you guys have become so smart that you are able to predict what we are going to do next. It is really applaudable, Chantal. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, and it is wonderful, but the prediction, I have to say, the prediction is easy because we know that you are one step ahead to bringing things to this community that benefits and continues to keep us motivated and in growth. For the ultimate, as far as the BTCC, we're looking forward to the things that's going to be happening with that particular coin token in the very near future. And we know that everything in Texas, they say all the roads lead to Abilene. I don't know why, but that's a saying that they have. So in this community, all the roads lead to BTCC. So we're looking forward so much to that. Um, Any other questions or comments as from the leaders? Okay. There is a Peter who wants to raised his hand. Shall we take a question? And then Sheba Joe and Deborah has been wanting to say something. I believe that you guys need to turn on your video, please, if you would. Okay, very good. And we are sticking to the subject and the topic of what we have discussed here. Okay, Peter. Oh, Peter, okay, good.
Yeah, I'm unmuted. Hello, this is Peter. I'm from Wales. It's attached to part of the United Kingdom. Absolutely incredible. I've been involved in cryptocurrency for quite a few years. I was just looking at the different wallets that we can transfer USDC through. I noticed none of them are actually cold wallets. They're all hot wallets. Is there are there cold wallets that also can be used? For example, Tangent and Ledger.
Everything can be used, yeah. As long as you are depositing in USDC, Arbitrum, anything can be used.
Excellent. And can I be cheeky and ask, what is your why for creating this for so many people? I work with international charities in with another hat on. What is your why for doing this?
Well, Peter, I think you joined us recently or maybe last
Yeah.
year, right? So, I mean, and there had been an incident with all of us. I was a developer of a product that collapsed, and it was unbearable for me to see these faces which are sitting right in front of me. And that's my why for doing this, and I've been doing this and now I love it. I just feel like this is my thing, this is my purpose. That is why I was born, to serve the larger and to ensure that financial freedom is, something that everybody can dream of achieving.
That's fantastic, and that's so different from so many different people. It sets you apart. Thank you very much for sharing that.
Honestly, Peter, you have no idea. You have no idea. You should get the story from your upline rank leader.
Yeah. Peter, we just would not let him go. That's actually the real why. Okay, just letting you know. Thank you, Peter. Excellent. Sheba Joe?
You can go to Deborah first. I'll just make a couple of closing comments.
Okay, Deborah, you're awesome. Let us go ahead and get you unmuted here. Okay, good.
Hi, I'm not actually Deborah, I'm Paul on Deborah's user. How are you doing? Salam alaikum. So good to be on board, which I'm about to be, Chavez. Just a couple of questions. First of all, have you considered doing an automatic reinvest button? So, once you press that, it's going to reinvest every day, automatically compound.
There's a very you know thin, or you can say um minute financial law. uh, After looking at that, we have decided to keep it manual reinvest, to really stay compliant in all conditions, in all jurisdictions. So there's a reason why we did not do it, and that's for your protection, our protection.
Okay, no problem. Now, I did see your other video the other day when you talked about splitting between the alpha, the micro, and the middle one. I'm very keen on the alpha, but this idea of high risk, what does that actually mean? Because I've seen various bots that do fantastically well for a year or two, and then they completely lose everything, and it's completely blown. So, in order to get the sort of 0.8% a day or more, how actually risky is it to the capital?
So the core and the most important thing is the consistency of trades and the fragmentation of capital in different tickets, and then consistently doing and overdoing it. It may bring you lesser profits. It may bring you bigger profits as well, but we keep it evenly distributed across three different flows. Your capital is basically it. The three flows, they work hand in hand. Uh, that does not mean if your capital is deployed in alpha flow, it only trades through alpha flow. It may go and trade through smart flow as well during prevailing market conditions. That's why I suggest everybody to have all the three flows to make it a unified portfolio. So
See,
you understand, our
yeah,
goal as a product, as a system, or as a cycle-based system is to give you assured, or you can say, not to give you a loss no matter what. So, and if it comes from smart flow, alpha flow, micro flow, doesn't matter. Profits has to go in your wallet, and that too consistently. So your funds in alpha flow may go to micro flow today and grab profits and bring it back to you as a user. So it is not a hard and fast rule. It depends on market latency, it depends on market conditions. Sometimes few days micro flow may perform better than alpha flow. Few conditions, smart flow may perform better than micro flow. Few conditions, alpha flow may bring all the profits for all the three flows. So these all three are connected.
right. So if someone puts money purely into alpha flow, can
Mhm.
have you programmed it so that it will operate on all three systems from there?
No, not necessarily, but I mean, overall, I told you how it mechanically works, but it only allocates at high risk returns for alpha flow. That's why it is a high risk strategy. It brings you, it trades at higher tickets. Let's say you have put $500 in AlphaFlow. You have deployed $5,000 in AlphaFlow. It will take only $500 worth of trades 10 times a day. It will not take $5,000 one trade and make you a loss. It may take $250 20 trades. It may take, uh, but it will only play big because it has to give you bigger profits. No matter what strategy, funds may be traded in micro flow and smart flow, but it has to grab big profits with that range. So the overall objective of these flows is to bring bigger profits. And smart flow is to keep the capital preserved and give you consistent returns, and micro flow is to be conservative in all kinds of market conditions.
So if someone's starting out then, would you recommend doing the split as you suggested the other day, or would it be okay to start in alpha and just leave it in alpha?
I mean, that's all up to users, but as I explained today, with the systems also, users fail because they play with the system, they don't follow the system. What I would suggest always is to have all the three flows and have a ratio in which you should have. I initially thought I would have a restriction on the as a ratio in all the three strategies, and I would offer one license for all three flows. I'm still working on that. Maybe in the next couple of months or after launching the next segment, post futures launch, I will bring one unified license. I'm working on that.
Only because most people are like me. We're not traders. We don't really understand, but we have to trust the system, and that's it. So,
Exactly. And we don't want you to even get into understanding all that. We want you to be consistent in reinvestment. We want you to learn what I basically highlighted today. Let me bring that back again.
One more question. This is going to go exponential. If we're doing these kind of returns, anyone I talk to is going to want to get involved. That's me. Everybody's going to be the same. This is going to go from 2 million to 200 million and into the
Of course.
billions in a very short time. Will
I
that
know.
still mean that the returns will work? Will we won't get banned by the market or anything?
No, no way. If you look at hyperliquids trading volume, it's in trillions. Liquidity is in trillions, and only the fee which hyperliquid makes every single day is $2 to $3 million. So it's a massive ecosystem in which, and it's all commercial. We are the first retail app that works on a commercial network. Hyperliquid is a L1 that is purely and dedicatedly designed for professional traders and HFTs. And we have our server right next to Hyperliquid's servers in Japan. So we're doing it large scale already. And I predicted already this with my team that we will have not just billions in couple of months, but very soon we will have billions of dollars of AUM managing in all the three flows. And uh, the user which is going to have a unified portfolio is always going to compound exponentially, I would say. So keep up with the consistent strategy and make sure that you have all the three flows active and you compound and you do the smart thing always. I know it is unstoppable, uh, and we and the reason why we have futures, we have one more option coming is because we want you to have diversified growth across the whole ecosystem that we have built with Rift. One is the auto trading engine, second is the manual trading where we are working on prediction layer still, and the updated prediction layer is going to come where the success rate we are trying to push up to 70 to 80%, which will again give you equal results just as auto trading engine in the manual trading. And then you won't hesitate in swiping 100 times while sitting in the toilet with some cards and grabbing some profits, uh, even more than auto trading in the manual side. And then there is futures. So if you will become really good at doing manual trading, then you may explore futures with particular currency, which will have opportunity to borrow up to 50x leverage with particular token, and you can set your take profit, your stop loss manually. I mean, that is a feature which you all wanted from day one. Carl asked for it, Mr. Abu Bakar, he asked for it. So we built it. We created the whole customized flow of futures trading in it. Now we are bringing something that Chantel kind of predicted today in Rift. So it is very interesting, which is going to come, and the returns are going to really blow people's wallets, not just minds.
It again. Paul, there you have it. I mute and or not video. There you have it. Thank you so much, Chavez. The visual that you have created there as far as trading while you're sitting on the toilet is better than reading a magazine, okay?
I mean, it's
Just
not not bad to make some money while, yeah,
absolutely, absolutely, 100% your time. And this works as long as you have internet on the plane, right?
of course this works. I was traveling back from Spain to Doha, and I was in Which airlines? I don't know. They have Starlink.
Yes,
So I was using
Qatar.
Rift. Yes.
Yeah, I think the Qatar has the Starlink.
Qatar. Yeah, Qatar
Yes.
Airways. I was traveling in Qatar. I was using Rift while flying. So it
See,
works
that
on
would
you.
be that would be really nice, every once in a while you're there and you go, woo, yes. And everybody is wondering what you're so excited about. So that's fantastic. Shabazz, thank you. Um, this is going to take this world by storm. You're absolutely right, Paul. Thank you so much, and Peter, for your contributions. And Chantal, I I, I appreciate you going ahead and keeping Chavez on his toes there.
It's good to have you back, Grace.
Yes. And so the thing is, folks, this is so fantastic. Sheba Joe just have some wonderful words that he wants to be able to go ahead and share with us. And so if no one has any more questions or comments, or somebody just popped up their hand. Sheba Joe, do you want this person to go, or do you wish to go ahead and go?
You can let them go first. Fine.
Charity, if you go ahead and share your video. Hi, Charity.
It's not Shruti. It's husband of Shruti, I believe. Like
Oh.
like Pete.
Did I say that, Shruti? Uh, go ahead and unmute, please. Thank you. Oh, there you go. Unmute, please. We're doing that. Okay, just hold on. Go ahead. You're
तुम्हारे पांच
unmuted
चौथ
now.
दूंगा इंग्लैंड बंद करो मीटिंग
Oh no. Not good, Shruti.
Not,
Shruti.
it's not Shruti. Okay, thank you.
She does not know how
Shibacho?
to talk.
Yeah, Chavez. Yeah, we are all so very grateful for the effort that you put in. I don't think it's just the engine that never stops. I think it's also you and your team. Relentless in your efforts to support this community, relentless in your efforts to bring us the very best. And I'm sure that in the times when things don't go according to plan, it is just as frustrating for you as it is for everybody else. And I know that you feel the the will of the people to succeed. I'm sure that you feel the support of the leadership to succeed, because we're all here for the same reason. We're all here because we want our lives to change. We're all here because we want to help others to change their lives. And we've never had anybody that's as dedicated to achieving that, and never had anybody that's more dedicated to helping people achieve that than you. I'm not sure that there will ever be a way that we can ever show our gratitude other than a better way than what we do, by supporting you, by having your back, by defending you against those who have the wrong things to say, because we know where your heart is, we know where you're coming from, and we know why you're here, because we are all here for the same reason, and we are all here for you. So whatever anybody says, you know that you have got 100% backing from us. And we will always be very, very grateful for what you're doing and the efforts that you put in. We know that you never stop as well. Presumably, the engine continues working whether you're online or not.
Sorry?
Presumably, the engine continues working even if you're offline.
Of course.
Yeah, the
It
engine
works.
keeps on going, which is good. So you're continuing to make money. So if you're in an area that you don't have a signal, you're still earning.
Yeah, it works always. It never stops. Even when you were seeing the duck, it was working.
Good.
Yes.
Perfect. So I just had somebody send me a quick question. Futures, I imagine, will be coming sometime this week. But what they were asking about is, do you think Rift will go into penny stocks, because that is a big interest for people.
I mean, you guys are really good at this. Come on.
Okay, I won't ask any more. I won't ask any more there. All I will do is remind you of the, that whatever happens, Chavez, we are backing you 100% because we know you're backing us 100%. For everybody that's here, remember to come and see us on US prime time, because we're going to be playing this recording on US prime time as well. So make sure you're there and bring those who missed it with you.
So futures may go live. I think you guys can check. If you guys can check your Rift, people who don't even have a license can check. They might have futures. If you have it, then please report. If you don't, then let me know. Try to switch in real trading mode, not in demo. You will see futures, I believe. If not, then please report. We will make sure that everybody has it. Yes, Joe, you were saying something about futures?
No, just asking if it was on its way. They were asking how long can they expect for futures to come?
I believe today. If it is not, then I will check why. If it is, then good. Congratulations.
Excellent.
Chavez, you have us always. Thank you for everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Chavez, just real quick on the Unchained Summit. Will that be done in such a way that it be live streamed that we can be able to participate or watch?
Yeah. Yes, yes. I think Vietnamese team is going to organize a live stream from there. I think if that would be allowed, because we are gold sponsors of the event, so we will see if we can do a live stream of. There are two interactions with public from me. One is the keynote speech, and one is the panel in which I'm going to sit. So we will see which one can be live streamed. I believe panel can be live streamed. So you guys will have time and a Zoom link and sorry, YouTube link of the panel. And if it is feasible for keynote speech, we will keep it. And
That
I'm
would be
telling you, before that, I'm going to talk about self-custody there, because my core focus, my development ambitions currently are focused only towards self-custody and building products around self-custody so that people stay safe and the funds they stay with people. And it is
absolutely.
really, really different kind of invitation this time to Vietnam. I've always been to Vietnam. It was really a great experience, and I always have been to Vietnam, like invited from the community. And this time I've been invited from, a different stage, and it feels really good to be in delegate, bearing the flag of blockchain technology. So it is going to be different and big. It's a huge moment for us.
Oh, fantastic. We want to go ahead and be able to share as many likes as possible. Folks, okay, live streaming, lots of likes. So thank you so much. It's just absolutely heartwarming and fantastic, all that the excitement that this generates. Okay, folks, that's what we have for you today. Chavez, thank you. We look forward to seeing you on Wednesday next. Yes. And everybody, thank you, panelists. Um, Chantel, Sheba, Joe, trying to sneak one in there. I will talk to them, Chavez. I will talk to them for you. And Paul, Peter, thank you so much. Appreciate your contribution. It's wonderful conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow for a presentation from one of our favorite presenters. And then we'll see you Wednesday with Chavez for more training and discussion. Thank you. You all have a great day. Great rest of your day. Bye-bye.